In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my new 7-1 center build. As you guys can see against my matchup, it's a 7-3. This might just be the best all-around center, in my opinion, in the game in terms of being able to do everything. And this game will show you that, in terms of what this build is able to do and capable of doing. As you can see, this is a 7-3. You probably thought you could bully me, but that didn't work. So you can get very good shot contest on this build. Also, the steals, the defense in this build is amazing. The passing is very, very good. In terms of what a center should be able to do, in my opinion, this build can pretty much do everything. Do you want to post, post up, shoot, play defense, block shots? It can do everything. Look at right here. Look how I'm baiting the point guard, and I got the nice little steal right there. I see some of you guys making builds with no steals, and trust me, when this build had low steals, I could feel the difference. So you definitely want some high steals on your build. As you can see, I set a big body right there for the point guard. He shot, he bricked. This build can get offensive rebounds as well. And you guys will see from the stat, it doesn't look that crazy. Now, this build also gets quick first step Hall of Fame with gold. No, not Hall of Fame, sorry. It's got gold quick first step and also gold limitless range. And of course, your boy can shoot. Okay, you want to be able to make a build that can do everything. This build is called a glass cleaning finisher, by the way. So a lot of people probably think I can't shoot initially, so they always tend to leave me open for some reason. But as you can see, this build can do pretty much everything: steals, blocks, rebound. And this is actually a very, very good game to be able to pretty much just showcase everything to you. And as you can see right here, if you want to go inside and dunk the ball, I do have 80 standing dunk as well on this build. I'm going to show you the build later on once the right game finishes, because I know you guys are catty for some of this stuff. But as you can see, you can even get blocks as well. Now, when you see the attributes in this build, it probably won't reflect in terms of the gameplay that you always see, and hence the reason I'm always trying to show you guys the gameplay of every single build first, because if you guys were to see the attributes, you're probably going to be like, oh, it's not going to play like this, it's going to play like this. But for me personally, I like to make bigs that can, or I like to make players that can do almost everything. Look at that. Got a chase down block. Unfortunately, guys still went up and went in. But I personally like to make builds that can pretty much do every single thing on the game, or as much as possible anyway. I know it's impossible to make the perfect player, but I think for me personally, as a big, you need to be able to rebound, you need to be able to block shots, you need to be able to shoot, you need to be able to play in the post if you need to, and this build can do everything. And you guys will see later on in the video when I actually post up the 7-3. And look, the guy just keeps leaving me open. This build allows you to play however you want, because you have that, because you have that gold quick first step. If someone steps up on you, you can literally just drive by them with your sheer speed. And also, sometimes I can just choose to stay out. Right here, I went into the post because there's nothing there for me. And as you can see, I literally spun the center around a 7-3 center. I'm telling you, this build can just do whatever it wants. When you make this build, however you're feeling to play, you can play like that. If you want to sit, spot up in a corner, we can spot up in a corner. If you want to post up and drop step centers, you can do that. If you want to set screens and get rebounds, you can do that. So this build just allows you to be a bit more versatile. See right here, he jumped. I drove past him with quick first step and I dunked on him. That was disgusting. Okay, when I had that clip, I was like, what the heck? This build is absolutely going insane. And of course, if you want to play pick and roll defense, this build is able to move. Moves quick enough for a big, in my opinion. Definitely doesn't move as well as my 6'11" for sure, but no one does. But right here, he tries to try and trick me to jump, and I didn't. You can get a very good shot contest on this build. The defense is very, very, very solid. And yeah, man, I can't wait to show you guys how I sort of got into the building and made everything work. And look, right here, this is a 7-1 center. Coming up court, moving like this and setting up my power forward. I don't know these guys, by the way. I always hop into rec, like most of my rec games, completely solo. Unless you see me playing with someone called Taish, then it's just both of us playing together. But right here, I wanted to show you guys. I ended up getting blocked right here so bad. But I just wanted to show you guys, look at this. This is, if I show you the rebounding stats on this build, you're not going to believe it anyway, because you guys are going to be like, I make builds of like Hall of Fame rebound chaser, but I don't. And as you can see, of course, if you want to catch alley-oops as well. So you can catch alley on this build, you can shoot, you can rebound, you can play in the post, you can do pretty much everything. And that was pretty much the end of the game. I had almost a triple-double. I mean, my field goal was a bit messy because I was trying to go for some clips for the rebound and stuff. But I had 9 steals, 18 rebounds, almost 30 points on a center build. And this was a relatively new build as well. So that was it. I leveled up on this build. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take you to the build. I'm going to show you how I made this build, what the strength and the pros and the cons are. And yeah, I'll catch you when I get to the builder. So here we are at the builder for the center build. Of course, you're gonna go center, jersey, handedness, wherever you want. I'm always right-handed, so it's up to you. So I'm not gonna waste too much time here. Here is the height. You're going to be 7'1". I've already made this build because I don't want to drag this video any longer than it should. The weight is 242 pounds, and I believe this is just to get you the 85 strength, which, by the way, I've been using. It's absolutely incredible. Of course, the wingspan is going to be maxed, and your body shape is completely down to you. In terms of the attributes in itself, the badge spread, you get 23 finishing badges, 14 shooting badges, 10 playmaking, and 26 defensive badges, which in my opinion, it's a very, very well spread out, badge, in terms of what the build is capable of doing. Now, one of the things I did is I went 75 close shot so I can get that silver fast twitch, which in my opinion is really, really good actually. But for some reason, look, you get 86 driving dunk, which gives you, limitless takeoff, and, gold, which is, you get really good animations, you get good driving layup, you get a good standing dunk, which does give you the pro, you know, big man contact dunks, so the standing dunks underneath the paint. And this is where the build really, really stands out for me, is the post control. Now, I went with 94 post control because I wanted to get, if you look at the playmaking, I wanted to get a gold quick first step. Now, the gold quick first step will just allow you, because I don't have any speed with ball, not my acceleration is okay. What the gold quick first step will allow you to do is, once you catch the ball, your first couple of steps, it's a massive speed boost. So that way, when I think guys are going to close me out, rather than shoot the ball, I just drive completely past them. And as you can see from the clips earlier as well, I was able to just blow by players and dunk in the paint. Now, when it comes to the shooting, honestly, I wasn't using catch and shoot in the clips you saw, nor was I using Claymore. I told you the build was relatively new. My 3-point shot only goes up to a 76. I told you this is all you need to be able to shoot consistently on this game. You don't need anything more than that. You don't even need a catch and shoot badge. Of course, it's going to help, don't get me wrong, but you actually don't need it. I think all you need is Claymore, and you're going to be completely fine. With the playmaking, again, the passing, honestly, the clips you guys saw, I know I didn't show a lot of passing there, but I had a 60 passing with Brun's break star, and I was throwing very fairly accurate passes. So you might not even need to go to 76. You might leave it at 70 if you want to. But I went with 76 just to get some extra playmaking badges. Plus, I wanted LeBron passing as well. Now, the defense, I told you about the defense when you guys were watching the clips, right? I've figured out this year, all you need is you need very good physicals, like high vertical. As you can see, I've maxed out the vertical in this build, which is super important because that would allow you to leap very, very high for rebounds and for blocks. Hence the reason why I was able to out rebound at 7'3", even though I only have an 85 rebound on both sides, offensive and defensive rebounds. So I only get silver rebound chase on this build. But of course, if you're going to make an offensive build that is, crazy, you're gonna have to give up something. And for me, every time I make a build, I'm fairly happy to give up the rebounding. I don't need 99. If I had 99, I'm gonna kill most of these centers anyway. But with my interior defense, I went 83 because it gives me an extra badge. Plus, you get Workhorse Hall of Fame with an 82 interior defense, which is super important if you're gonna be going for this rebound. It's like Hustler from last year. So yeah, it's very, very important to get on Hall of Fame. Gold is also good, so if you can only get on gold, it's perfectly okay. With the physicals, again, acceleration helps you with your first couple of steps when you get the balls, which is why I maxed the acceleration out. I maxed out the speed to a 65, plus I have juice perk, which probably means I'm playing with about a 70 speed in game. Now, when I first started using the build, it felt a bit weird because I was so used to playing on my 6'11 that's got 80 plus speed. But the strength is massive. Like I get wormed like maybe 5% of the time. I hold most of my box out, even though I only have gold box out beast on this build. I rarely ever get wormed on this build unless the other guy has takeover or something. And your stamina, of course, you can put that to a 90, but I like to max my stamina out because I do a lot on activities on the ball. But there you have it. The one thing I will say that's been a letdown for me, though, I will be very, very honest with this build, is the post control game. I have drop step a Hall of Fame. I tried Masher and Silver. It's just a bit weird, man. Every time you drop steps, guys, you're wide open sometimes and you miss wide open drop steps. Like, it makes no sense to me. It's a little bit strange. It's a little bit weird. But this is the badge spread. Now, the takeovers is completely down to you. As you can see, when I initially made this build, I was using advanced post moves because, when you post fake, when you post spin, when you drop step, guys, it's way, way easier with this takeover. But I don't know, for me it just felt a bit weird. I still really didn't like it, hence the reason I changed my takeover to the sharp takeover, because I'd rather just shoot now. And if I get mismatch in the paint, I still have the stats to be able to drop step them and everything along those lines. But in terms of your takeover, if you're wondering what you get, you do get the sharp takeover. I don't know why 2K gives you a sharp takeover with only a 76.3. It is ridiculous to me, but I'm certainly not complaining. You get the rim takeover, so you can actually combine both the sharp and the rim, which is what I'm currently doing right now. Or if you want to, you can use the advanced post moves. I told you, this build allows you to be very, very versatile. If you want to snag, you can put a rebound and takeover on. If you just want to be annoying in the paint, you can put this sort of post back downs or whatever you want on the build. So yeah, this build is super fun. And I told you the name of the build is going to be called a glass cleaning finisher because I've already made this build before. But it goes crazy. I've been playing with it in the last couple of days. I've been really having a lot of fun with it, and it does really remind me of Joel Embid. I'll be completely honest with you when I play with it. But there you have it. There's the glass cleaning finisher. If there's any questions, any other things you'd like to know, do let me know. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy that, and I will catch you in the next video.